Hello, everyone. I, as the member of Global Peace Let's Talk, this group is for the youth empowerment and for our youth chapter. I believe that our chairman, Achu, have some connection problem or internet problem. So that's the reason he couldn't join. Otherwise, he was very much anxious to join us because just half an hour back, he sent a message in the group, and 1 hour before, he sent in the message in the group as well. So he was very anxious, but maybe because of some technical reason, he couldn't join. So the purpose of today's meeting is that as Global Peace Let's Talk has already announced different fields in which they want to work. We all are working in that, and this stream is youth empowerment for the youth, and for that we are having this first meeting in which we are planning how to get a way forward. And today we are having our founder, CEO, chairperson, Dr. Nikki Dapina. She's also with us. So let's have some comments from her, and then we can move. Or my suggestion is that it is better if all of us take 1 minute and make the introduction, and then Nikki, you can take over and continue with that. Is it okay?
Absolutely wonderful.
My request is, as from me myself, I am the senator, the member of the upper house in Pakistan Senate, and known as the first digital senator of the world, because I have worked a lot in these days of COVID in the digitalization, and I'm a technology lover. I always believe in it that while knowing the gadgets and as well as technology, you can make your movement fast, and you can achieve your target in the minimum possible time. So that's what I am doing, and my motive is also absolutely like our group, Global Peace Let's Talk, to empower the youth community all over the world. And we are working for digitalization, and we believe that with the knowledge of digital world, our youth can get a lot of facilities, and they can have a lot of opportunity to make money from there, which is nowadays everywhere in the world moving on. So that's what my introduction is. And by profession, I am an entrepreneur industrialist. I'm having about 14 companies. 2,200 people are working for me, and this group of companies I raise myself. So Alhamdulillah, with the help of God, I am here, and my next mission is to work with those people who really want to help the community. And I think Achu is also here. So now, yeah, welcome Achu. Can you listen to me? No, it's still. So now over to our the ma'am Nikki, and then everybody will introduce in 1 minute, please. Yes, over to you, Dr. Nikki.
Thank you so much. I am so absolutely excited to see so many of you here today. I know that Achu, he has been working really hard to get his circle together, making sure that he gets everybody's details, and he's done it with such love and passion, because the youth circle really means a lot to him, as it does to our senator. So I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for being here, for giving up your time today. It means a tremendous amount. And for doing that, you've definitely earned much love and respect from me. And I know all the other members that are here from Global Peace Let's Talk. So thank you so much. Why does the youth matter so much to Global Peace Let's Talk? The reason is because it's your future. We have had our time, our older generation on this earth. Now it's your turn. It's the youth that are going to be able to set the pace forward for the next generation. And everything on how things are going to happen is in the hands of our young people today. So again, I'm very proud of all of you taking up the time to be here so that your voice, we can listen to you and your voice can be heard. Global Peace Led Talk is very special to all of us, to all of the people that are on the top running it, because it's something that's in their heart, and it's something that they love to do. One of the things that Global Peace Led Talk, the board people do, is their most persistent and urgent question is always, what are we doing for others? So I am asking all of you also today, what is it that you are doing for others? Global Peace Led Talk is following Martin Luther King's philosophy. We've got a beautiful message from Mrs. King sharing lots of love to all of you today. And Martin Luther King said, faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. And that is what a Chu and Senator have done today. They started their chapter in faith, and they, even although they don't see the whole staircase, they are extremely proud. And it's a great honor for them to run this group. So we're excited for today to also hear your comments. Welcome from our hearts to Global Peace Led Talk. Thank you. I can't hear you, Senator. Your sound is off. Put your sound on.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Over to you, please.
Hello and good afternoon from South Africa, everybody. My name is Managay and I am the Executive Chair for Global Peace Let's Talk. It gives me immense pleasure to be able to address the youth because you are the future. You are the people that will make informative decisions, and to have you belong to our organization is where we can share ideas and to help you grow and to emerge into the world as strong ambassadors of peace. I know, as Dr. Nikki pointed out, we do follow the teachings of the late Dr. Martin Luther King. And he also pointed out there's enough space for all of us in this earth. It's about tolerance, the way we all mix with each other and tolerate and spread the word of tolerance, peace, in the vision that we see that will make each one of us comfortable with each other. And I just believe that you have the energy, youth of today, youth leaders of tomorrow. You have the foresight. You will do and you can do what your vision is all about. We are here to guide you, merely guide you. Come to us. We are much older, but we can help you realize your visions and your dreams. So from me, thank you so much for extending the invitation to me. I do feel very, very privileged to be part of this first youth talk. Thank you very much.
Now, Menige, over to you. Please take over. My elder brother has died. Just I got the news, so I already make the host. So I beg leave from the group. So please excuse me for this. Menige, you can manage. I make you the host. Mike, your mic, please. Yeah,
Okay, I just said we convey our sympathies to you and your family.
thank you.
And it's a difficult time, but you have our prayers in this difficult time. Thank you.
Over to you, please take over.
Thank you,
Okay.
Senator. You have our prayers. You have our prayers.
All right. I am now going to, well, Achu, are you here? I'm going to follow the program. And now we have the youth circle members. Can everybody from the youth circle, one at a time, please introduce themselves so that we know who you are? In a minute, just tell us what you're about, which country you represent, and what are your line of interest. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good
Dalia?
afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Who am I speaking with?
All right. My name is Arugbono Israel. I'm from Nigeria. I am really excited to be here. I'm a journalist by profession, and I have interest for youth activism. I also a member of the Commonwealth Youth Ambassador Network. I also work with several non-governmental organizations here in Nigeria. I work with the Nigerian Volunteer Network, NVN. I also have an initiative that I started 3 years ago that is Making Better Society, MBS. So my passion is to use media advocacy as part of my profession to reach out to the youth population, because this is a time we need to engage young people and ensure that we build a better future for the upcoming generation. So far, we've started some grassroots activities that involve around building youth capacity. And the last time we were at a community in Makoko, that's in Lagos State, the southwest of Nigeria, and we were able to reach out to the young people there through seminars, and we also conducted tutorials for those.
Thank you very much. I think you're doing wonderful work, and good to have you as part of Global Peace Let's Talk Youth Circle. Can we have the next person, please? Just introduce yourself and go ahead. 1 minute, please. Abby, would you like to go ahead?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I got a call, so I was caught off at the point.
Who speaking with now?
All right, this is Israel from Nigeria, Arugbono Israel.
Israel, you just delivered your speech. Okay, thank you so much. We're moving on to the next person.
All right,
Abby, can you address the panel?
Good evening, everybody. This is Damaris from Cameroon, a youth volunteer on Let's Do It Cameroon, an environmental organization. Youth volunteer Let's Do It Cameroon, an environmental organization based on waste management and environmental protection. For about 3 years now, I've been doing voluntary services for environmental protection and waste management in various non-governmental organizations, and I've been partaking in some peace talks in Cameroon, precisely because we are facing challenges in some regions of Cameroon. We have unrest, so I've been having several meetings, meetings that we talk about what are the possible solutions to do to help manage that situation concerning to restore peace into those particular affected areas. So Global Peace Let's Talk I see it as a forum that is going to widen my knowledge, maybe exchange with my colleagues from other countries, and to enhance my understanding concerning peace. And because honestly, I've not done a study on that, although I've partaken many peace talk that that I'm awarded certificate for it. But I know so far with Global Peace Let's Talk, youth in Africa, we are going to interact more and more ideas will come up. And I believe that what I am specifically based on is on the environment. Because I believe when your environment is when you're peaceful with your environment, you can avoid some aspect that will come in that will stop peace in the environment, that bringing in unrest. If you're at peace with your environment, I think the environment could be in a way that you can live without having an unrest.
All right. Thank you, Abi. Thank you so much. And thank you for the sterling work that you are doing as well. I see Achu has joined. Achu, would you like to take over because Senator had to leave?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm very, very sorry for the sharing of the meeting. I don't know how far we have got. There is Dala.
We're just introducing. Yeah, we're just introducing the speakers. Thank you, Achu.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Dala, please. Can you share the meeting for us, please? Hello, Dala.
Yes, hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Dalia from Jordan, and I am a peace builder youth working with ACHO since October 2021. I'm seeking for peaceful life, mainly for vulnerable communities, notably for women and girls all around the world, since women and girls are the most vulnerable group in every setting, in conflicts, war, since ever. And thank you.
Okay. Can you share the meeting with us? Can you share the meeting?
Sorry, Achu, you're not clear.
Yes, Dala. Dala, please, can you share the meeting? You have the program. Can you share the meeting for us, please?
Okay, I can help you with that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. Moving on, we have the next speaker, Musa Emmanuel. Hello, Musa.
Yes, hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm Musa Emmanuel from Tanzania, the founder of Vijana Life Organization. And by professionally, I'm an architect. In my organization, we are dealing with supporting life for the sustainable life for society, protect environment, and the promoting peace and the tolerance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Musa. All of you are really just doing such wonderful work, and you are going to be the torchbearers for peace going forward. All right, Musa, we've got Abibi, Israel has done, Dalia has done, Georges.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, George.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead.
Tanzania.
Hello, who's talking now?
My name is
Oh, we've got such a bad line with you, Abdullah. Halima, are you available?
Hello, everyone.
Can you just, Hello.
My name is Abdul from so I am a organization. Hello.
All right, Abdullah, we've got such a bad line. I'm just going to skip over now to George's Columba. George's? Merico. Merico?
Yes.
No. Yes, can you say a few words, what you do and what you're about with youth leadership, please?
Please. I'm from Burundi right now, but my English is bad. I would like to speak in French, if some of you can understand.
Okay, for what it's worth, make it a minute.
Yes, moi je suis Merkior. Je suis jeune Congolais, mais je reste au Burundi pour les raisons d'études. Je suis parmi les fondateurs de l'association CIGERPED, qui est une association des jeunes Congolais et qui œuvre au Congo sur toute l'étendue de la RDC. Je suis communicateur comme domaine de formation. Je suis jeune, je suis toujours inspiré des affaires des jeunes parce que je sais bien que les jeunes sont aussi parmi l'espoir des nations et des familles. Voilà en termes de présentation, comme tout le monde l'a fait. Je dis et je vous remercie.
Merci beaucoup. Okay, and then we have, I tried George's, but I didn't get anything. Then we have Njoyi Feli. I don't know if I do not know if I'm pronouncing this right.
Yeah,
Georgie.
that's right.
Hello.
My name is Ngoyi Feli. Yes, I'm from Congo. Currently, I'm living in Malawi as a refugee in Zaleka refugee camp. Here in Zaleka, I work as an executive director at the Zaleka Home Basic Care. I'm also working in Malawi as the country representative at the Youth Environmental Initiative Organization in Africa. And I work as a volunteer at the Youth Innovational Center for Changes here in Malawi. That's all, thank you.
Oh, thank you, lovely, nice, very precise, I like that. All right, is there anybody else that needs to say something just for a minute? Because most of the communication seems to be just, you know, poor network connection, so we cannot hear some people. But if you want to type in the chat, you're most welcome to do so. I think looking at the program, we have youth circle members. Achu, do you want to come in on this and tell me what you had planned here?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Abdullah.
My name is Abdul Karim from Kenya. I really appreciate you for this meeting to be part as a participant. Also, I am a part of the non-governmental organization at the national level in Tanzania known as Vijana Life Organization Bureau. Also, by professional, I am a nurse midwife. Also, I am grateful and I really appreciate for those strategies and for appreciable ways for all my seniors members in this global peace in order to achieve the global education for the whole world, especially for the young people to achieve their dreams with this school. Thank you so much, and I'm really appreciative for this.
Oh, thank you, Abdul Karim. Much appreciated you making another effort to say a few words. All right, Achu, I'm looking at the program and it says that youth circle members, is anybody here that does not belong to Global Peace Let's Talk? If you do not, then it's high time that you joined us. The application forms are on our website, and you will state which circle you'd like to join, and then you will be directed to that circle. All right. Achu, is there anything else? We are looking for volunteers as well. So Achu, if you can elaborate what you need for your circle, please. Achu? All right. Okay, I was not briefed on the program, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and see how we're going to go forward with the meeting. I think right now we need to have volunteers in different positions. We need a moderator. I think it's Dalia and our Rosan. Is there anything is there any matters that you would like us to discuss at this meeting? Is there anything that you think we can help you with as youth leaders? The floor is open. Please introduce yourself with your question or your suggestions.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, very clearly.
Yeah, I want to talk about women in peace and security. Yeah, Dalia, yeah.
Okay, Dalia, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna introduce you women in peace and security, the framework. As we know that women and girls are the most vulnerable group in conflicts and war since ever, and they are actually subjected to violence, harassment, unpaid care, and much more. And since the year of 2000s, a global understanding of the gendered nature of conflict and peace building has growing substantially. And not only do we know now that conflicts are experienced differently by women and girls than by men and boys, but also that the rules in conflict and peace building are varied and complex. And we know that women and girls have long been targets of war, regularly subjected, as I said, to sexual and gender-based violence and enslavement as part of the strategy of combatants, and often left to manage home life when men go off to war in many countries. And I'm going to talk about the four things that we have as youth, we have to do, and as peace builders. Those four things are prevention, participation, protection, and relief and recovery, and women in peace and security. When we're talking about prevention, we're talking about prevention of conflict and all forms of violence against women and girls in conflict and post-conflict situations, not only in conflict. And when we're talking about participation, we mean women's equal participation and gender equality in peace and security, decision-making process at all levels. Protection, part number 3, we mean by protection women and girls that are protected from all forms of sexual and gender-based violence, and their rights are protected and promoted in conflict situations. Those are the most important thing that we have to make in the case of conflict and even post-conflict situations. Relief and recovery, a specific relief needs of women are met and their capacities, those are the targets that we have to work on. Specific relief needs of women are met, and their capacities to act as agents in relief and recovery are strengthened in conflict and post-conflict situations. Those are the main things I wanted to discuss.
Thank you, Dalia. Can I just sort of add to that and also say that, you know, as much as we have the situation with the conflict situation where women and girls are really abused, I think also, you know, we got to look at a household and how mothers are treating or conversing with the men folk in their lives, so that men in their lives understand that this intolerable behavior towards women is not acceptable.
Yes.
And it's so often, I think that, you know, circumstances, certain, if you look at religious aspects, it is interpreted to suit the person that wants to be a bully.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the buck starts and stops in a household per se, so that we as mothers, sisters, daughters, put a stop to being abused by the men or the male gender. And you say enough is enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to enter into a conflict, but you can also voice your opinion about what is acceptable in a household in gender behavior. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense. And actually women may act as peace builders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They can influence their families and communities.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts
and
from
women,
home. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is my biggest bugbear, is that no matter what we're doing, what are we doing to educate the male gender on how we feel as women, on the way we want to be treated, and how we feel about being subjects of conflict, you know, women being raped and all the heinous, horrible crimes that happen to women in conflict areas. So for me, I just think that if we as women can set the precedent in our household, it's a little step, but it will help, because you're changing a mindset of a male child.
Yes.
Can I join the conversation?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay, so I also I suggest that we use what we call media advocacy, because I think there have not been enough conversation around this subject. And one of the weapons that the perpetrator uses, the silence syndrome, whereby they will ensure that the victims do not speak up. So I was opportune to join a initiative, like a campaign that was the last month or so, and it's Speak Up, because we're trying to, you know, reach out to rape victims and, you know, those victims of domestic violence. And most of the people we talked to said they were being scared or bullied not to speak, so they end up not speaking at all, and it's a bond of emotion, so it's really affected them emotionally. So I think if we engage more of media advocacy through the use of the mass media, the social media as well, and see how we create conversation around these and ensure that people get to know about what is going on. I think that will really go a long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think if I may suggest, you as all the future leaders, if you all can have a nice network amongst yourselves and, you know, discuss these ideas and have a forum with Global Peace Let's Talk, And I just think it would help then get the conversation going and the way forward. That is my, that's how I look at it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. So I think that would really help and really help get the youth circle going and start making a positive noise. Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss, anybody?
No, but yeah. Can I speak?
Okay, go ahead, Dali.
Yeah. So in conclusion, prevention should start early in life by educating and working with young boys and girls, promoting respectful relationships and gender equality.
Yeah, it starts from childhood. It starts in a household. It starts when children observe how parents behave towards each other. That sets the precedent of what goes on in a child's mind and how that child grows into an adult and interprets that act that he sees that was norm in his household or her household.
Yeah, without denying.
Yeah.
Can I add something? Just to add something, it's such an excellent conversation, this, and I'm understanding that it matters to a lot of the participants here that something is done to help educate the younger generation now, and I'm talking about school-going age, secondary school students, to also understand things that should never happen in the treatment of women, etc. So this group is going to end up having tremendous influence as you go forward. So I'm actually really impressed with the discussion, and it's something that your chapter can take forward and see what program you can initiate to reach out to school-going children and to arrange discussions around that. So well done. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah, Nikki, on that, I also think that if you as youth that are present here can work collectively to work on a program for school-going children, and then it becomes a document of global peace, let's talk, that we offer at a price. This becomes a training program to schools, then that whatever the schools are willing to pay, you have trainers, you go out to the school and you train those teachers on this subject that you want to talk about. It becomes a property of global peace, let's talk, and then it enriches and gathers funds for your youth circle group. So of course, it'll all go through Global Peace, Let's Talk. But if you as collective leaders can work on a program on how to talk on gender equality for school-going children, the do's and don'ts, how women should be treated, how they should be treated, just wonderful, positive reinforcement about behavioral ethics towards each other, I think that would be a great program to start. And then you can take it to the education boards of different countries, regions, whoever, and try and see how it's received. It's just a thought that I have because I worked in an organization that did similar things, and the programs were endorsed by the education department of that country. So it's a thought. I just thought I'd throw it out there. I don't know how you feel about it.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Achu, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for that. Concerning what we had to discuss today, it was based on what you've just mentioned. We came out today because we wanted to focus on what really makes us as youth and how can we as youth achieve the global goal stated by 2030. Now we on the program we have a point where it talks about the youth cycle develop a strategic plan for 2022, which entails how we as young people we need to work hand in gloves in order to achieve the goals for global youth, global peace. Let's talk. The caption, global peace, let's talk. What does it imply? What does it imply to us young people? What are the core value that we need to exhibit, we need to implement in order for us to bring the peace, in order for us to discuss the peace, in order for us to talk about the peace to our brothers and sisters out there. So that was why this meeting was scheduled so that we share collectively the ideas, because we, on the aspect of the chapter, want to create a more unified and a strategic team that will be able to manage projects concerning peace, health, and the rest. So it's all about building a team for the youth cycle where we discuss, share ideas, and implement projects. Now, our aim and what we will be able to center on will be centered on four main areas. That is opportunities for young people, connection of young people, and the voices of these young people. I think if we are centered around these four areas that the government, the DSPs are not able to, but if we are able to work together,
Achu, we lost you.
provide packages for the youth, then I think the youth cycle.
Achu, we're losing you.
Will be able to focus.
Madin, please mute. Achu, are you still talking? We've lost you, Achu. You had some brilliant points, Achu. It's a pity we lost you.
So can I add one experience?
Abdullah Karim, yes, you can go ahead.
In order to provide or to support the gender equality, especially in youth, in youngest generation at college level or at school level. In Tanzania, especially in our organization, we have succeeded to create one among of the project, which is known as Wadada Kazini project. In English language, we can say as the girls at work. So this project was the aim of to train girls, college, university girls, and at the school level in order to be aware of what is going on in the world, what they are around. Also to be protective about the new HIV infection. So gender equality, the big problem I can solve this problem or we can prevent this
at his study at family level. So at family level, father and mother should be very specifically educated and both the girls and boys in order to create awareness and equality on both sides for the both digital or for at work. So at other point, in order to prevent or to support the gender equality, the provision of education. The provision of education now is based on, can say at least for now, we're based on both genders, both male and female, but because we're both based on men. So education as our project to provide education on all sectors, as on health sectors, education sectors, on awareness sectors. So this is a one among of the powerful tools on provision of education to support gender equality. But the another thing in our support this gender equality by providing the curriculum in schools level in order to support ongoing awareness on both genders. Also, mass media. Open mass media in our project, the project, we use mass media on every day we say other girls there to share their experience for boys older to reach, but also in the university levels, especially for the colleges or levels of university, so providing the platform for those to discuss about the peace in the world in order to discuss their movement. So this project to us, we see is going on very well, but also let the movement at least to support the peace in the world, starting from the level of the schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul Karim. Is there anybody else? A very valid points. Thank you.
Yes, I want to mention something.
Yes,
Could I?
please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, please
Okay.
go ahead.
So I work with the UNDP in addressing gender-based violence, notably violence against women and girls during COVID-19 crisis and the country's response to gender-based violence. And you know, as we know that COVID-19 touched our lives in nearly every way and everywhere as countries went into lockdown and restricted movement to contain the spread of the virus. And as doors closed and isolation began, reports of all forms of violence against women and girls, particularly domestic violence, began to raise. And it's not actually new because even before COVID-19 hit us, globally 243 million women and girls were abused by their intimate partners in the past years. And the past year, sorry, and the COVID past year on 2019, and the COVID-19 pandemic intensified the violence even as support services flattered and accessing help become harder. And during my work, I saw many awareness campaigns and places to protect women and girls. But the thing is, why we cannot stop this from its roots? I mean, youth and government organizations should make a serious step in not only protecting but also stopping violence against women.
Dalia, I think that's $1 million question. I just hope we can get some government to take really, really stern action. Then that sets a precedent for the world. But so far, you know, generally people against gender-based violence are just given a slap on the hand, on the wrist, and it's over. But the trauma that it leaves behind in a female is forever. It's you never overcome that. So I think there's something seriously wrong, that women are not being taken seriously with GBV, gender-based violence.
Yeah. So education is important, because there are a huge number of
Education
women.
is important.
Yeah, to educate women, because women, they are denying their the violence against them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they are afraid
Yeah,
to
and they
talk,
think
or,
it's part of
yeah.
the norm. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they think it's part of the norm, which is so sad, because nobody should be loved with any violence. How is that possible? You know?
Yeah.
So I think women, yes, educating women to tell them this is not how somebody loves you. It's not by being violent or stopping you from being educated or whatever it is that holds you back to realize your full potential. So absolutely education. Hello, Halima, I see you have something to say.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, clearly. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. As
Hello.
you can see, my name is Halima Abdullahi from Nigeria. And actually, when you are talking about this gender-based violence, I pick interest to discuss on the topic because I'm Northern Nigerian, to be precisely. Women suffered of gender-based violence. For instance, as a married woman, like normally it's a norm that women always marry at the end of 18, 17, 16, 15 in our own society here. And when you get married, you get denied of going to school. You get denied, you get so many denials. You will not go to school. Some men will even go to the extent of not even leaving you to go out of your house. And at the same time, when you start having children, the gender-based violence extends up to the children as well, except for some people, few people who are educated. And at the same time, this issue of rape is very is like a normal thing here, because every day you go out, every day you on your radio or your television, you see issues of rape occurring to ladies or to minors that are even within the age of 3, 2, or 1 as well. So this issue is very alarming. Here in northern part, sexual violence and domestic violence are very rampant, and people need to be aware of it. Awareness needs to be made so that people will understand that it is not a norm, but something that will touch their personality, as well as issue of mental health. Mental health is not taken seriously here. Many people are suffering from issues of mental health and they were abandoned completely. You see much men, much women going around every day. They have nowhere to sleep, they have nowhere to eat from, and nobody is even concerned. So these issues are very alarming. I think these are the issues I would like to address, and awareness needs to be done on these issues. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Really lovely to hear your point of view. And also, I think that, this group has really some very pressing issues that you can all sit and get together, network together. And I think, documenting all that's been spoken here today, you all can really make a fantastic program on how the youth is viewing the world and the issues that you are facing. All right. Exactly. Is there somebody else that thank you. Is there somebody else that would like to say a few words?
Yes, I want to add something.
Yes,
I made a personal survey on girls' genital mutilation, and I found that there are a huge number of people that they don't know about genital mutilation in countries, or they deny that there are genital mutilation in our countries, and this is really bad issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, we need also to take stats on this to see whether it's happening more or less, and why it is. Why shouldn't a girl say no to this genital mutilation? Why shouldn't? It's her body. And it's no shame in saying, no, I don't want to. What's been done in the past is not applicable for today. And how does it make you any better as a human being? You know? So I think there's wonderful, I like to see stats on that, whether it has declined. Is there a decline? Is it still as high as it was a few years ago? Because I know the world had focused on this some times ago. So I really like to see stats, but it is a source of concern for females that are subjected to this. Thank you, Dahlia. Is there anybody else that would like to say something? Elizabeth, I see you joined. Is there anything you would like to say? Elizabeth? Unmute, Elizabeth. No. All right, is there anybody else that would like to say a few words? Is there any topic that you would like to discuss now going forward?
Hello.
Hello, Miriam.
In empowering women in the sense of gender equality, I think we have to improve the women in the use of technology. Being technologically, especially in Africa, many women lack the use of technology. Example, if you compare a man and woman in the use of technology, you will see men are more use technology, especially in Facebook, WhatsApp, the use of internet, and many of programs, not to compare with women. So when you make a girl and a boy, and a boy is up in the use of technology, a girl is automatically will feel bad. She will see that she is inferior than a man. So I think in improvement of gender equality, especially in Africa, we have to improve also women in the use of technology. Thank you.
Oh, I totally agree with you, Miriam. I think also that, you know, women feel at a disadvantage because they are expected to get married at an early age, bear children, and they should be educated first before this happens. And there's nothing stopping women from being best technologists. In other countries, women lead the field in technology, IT, artificial intelligence. So it's just education, educating population groups to understand women play an important role. And the more educated any human being is in all sectors, the better for that community. So I think it's a mindset, and it's up to the youth. You are the people that will go about changing the mindsets of people that feel women should not be educated. So Miriam, you have your work cut out for you. All right, thank you so much, Miriam. Is there anybody else that would like to say a few words? Achu, is there anything you would like to say? I think we've covered everything. How do you want to proceed? Would you contact the members of this group for the next meeting? I know Achu is battling with his network. Elizabeth, would you like to say a few words? You are with Women Empowerment.
Gay. Thank you for the opportunity. And the women empowerment, they can say we need to think more on the line of empowering women in terms of education, financial, and
Speak a bit louder, Elizabeth. Yeah.
Okay. Pardon. I was saying in terms of women empowerment, maybe we can talk mainly about improving the women's education, financial status, and mainly in the line of politics, whereby women can be able to know their stand in the society. And again, apart from that one, there's a project I was still thinking about it in terms of improving the women's education in terms of reproductive health, whereby if a woman can be able to know their stand in life, they can able to become more pronounced in the society. So women empowerment is a main issue that if it can be tackled well, the woman is the stem of the society. So if a woman can be empowered, the whole society is empowered. That's all I can say. Thank you, Ma'am Negi.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Lovely to hear you and lovely to hear an interesting point of view as well. All right. Is there anybody else that would like to say a few words?
Yes, I would like you to share something which is confusing me. Asa can share the answers or how it be, because especially I don't know, in our country or in Africa, there is equal opportunity provided to both men and women, but there is a few numbers of women who apply or who get the confidence to apply those opportunities. Also, I don't know what the problem, but sometimes they are being encouraged, being motivated to apply, but for themselves they feel very inferior to apply, or they feel shy. So I don't know how to solve this instead of education, or so how we can construct the confidence to women themselves in order to improve this gender equality.
All right. Is there anybody that would like to answer that, or would you like me to comment? Abdul Karim?
Yes.
Okay. I personally would go to a school. Okay, that's my example. I would go to a school, speak to the principal, ask permission to speak to the head girl, or we have, I don't know if you all have prefects or monitors. I don't know what it is the schools have nowadays. It's been 100 years since I've been in school. So I think if you can talk to girl leaderships in school, have meetings, and encourage them to have debating teams, and encourage women to take a more affirmative role from school-going age, then you are encouraging an educated child, a girl especially, as you point out, to have more confidence. And once that, if you have the youth buy-in from schools, females, then you have a more confident up and coming young lady who then wouldn't feel so bashful about lack of confidence in applying for tertiary education, given the fact that you mentioned the opportunities are equal. So I think it lies, and it stems from the household, where in that particular household, the girl child may not be given a voice to speak or air her views. So I think these are all contributing factors to the lack of confidence in a female. And the pressures are placed on the child, a girl child, to say, you know, you don't need to be educated because your job is to get married and bear children. And these are century-old sayings. So maybe these things weigh heavily on a child. And so you as youth have to go about encouraging, having social groups, talking to schools, getting young female leaders to encourage each other, to be cheerleaders to each other. And I think, you know, take it forward as equal gender equality in tertiary education. Does that help you, Abdul Karim?
Yes, I'm happy to hear the strong points which you provide to me, and I'm very, very grateful and appreciate for that. So I will also support the other women in leadership in order to speak for the youngest women in order to encourage them to build them the confidence. Okay, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
That's wonderful. Can I just add, Manega,
yes.
What Manega just shared with you is so important. So remember this, that with Global Peace Let's Talk, you must never, never be concerned about your opinion, because that's what matters most. You have got ideas. The idea you just said, Abdul, it's there. You can explore it. You can initiate it. The biggest thing for us, for the leadership for Global Peace Let's Talk, is that your ideas matter to us. You matter to us because the future is in your hands. Never, never stand back if you have an idea, because it matters. And it is exactly that idea that you share that might just be the right idea to make the biggest difference. So if something is sitting in your heart, something you're thinking about, you're not sure if you should say it, I'm sharing with you, say it. That's what matters to us the most. This youth circle is so important to Global Peace Let's Talk. Just like Manega and I shared with you in the beginning, that we're here to listen to you. And the youth circle is our future. For the whole world, you are the future. So if something is sitting in your heart or you have an idea, now that you've got the youth circle, are you going to be part of the Global Peace Let's Talk youth circle with Ateeq and Senator? It's those ideas that you have that's going to make your circle one of the top circles of Global Peace Let's Talk. We'd like to see that happen. So thank you to each and every one of you that have had comments during the session, because we have heard you and we're excited to see what you're going to do with all these ideas together.
Thank you, Nikki. I think we've explored many ideas, many topics. It's left to you now as this youth group to see how many topics you as a group are going to explore, how you're going to go forward. And every idea, if you don't talk about it, is silenced. This is your platform. We are here to guide you. We are here to help you move forward. And I thank each and every one of you for attending today and making this a successful youth gathering. We can only see bigger and better things happening. So in conclusion, I want to thank everybody for attending. Ateeq, are you available to say a few words? Ateeq?
Yes, Mama, I'm here. Hello.
Okay, would you like to, hello, would you like to say a few words?
I just want to say thank you to you and the founder for accepting to join us for this this panel of discussion. And I want to thank everybody for taking out this short time to be part of this discussion. I know on my part it has not been fluent, but I believe that as we progresses, we are going to make a lot of changes and continue to build what we think will be great for our society. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And without further ado, I am going to end the meeting. Thank you, everybody. We look forward to great things from this youth sector. And I wish you all well. Stay safe. Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.